Good day, so I am Decadent Rizami P. Bihona, and I'm here to discuss what is population. So, population is the term typically used to refer to the number of people in a single area. So, governments conduct a census to quantify the size of a resident population within a given jurisdiction. Furthermore, the term is also applied to animals, microorganisms, and plants, and has specific uses within such fields, such as ecology and genetics. The word population is derived from the late Latin populatinum, a people, or a multitude, so which is itself derived from the Latin word populus, which means a people. In sociology and population geography, population refers to a group of human beings with some predefined criterion in common, such as location, race, ethnicity, nationality, or religion. In ecology, a population is a group of organisms of the same species who inhabit the same particular geographical area and are capable of interbreeding. The area of a sexual population is the area where interbreeding is possible between any pair within the area and more probable than crossbreeding with individuals from other areas. So population growth increased significantly as the Industrial Revolution gathered pace from the 1700s onwards. The last 50 years have seen a yet more rapid increase in the rate of population growth. Due to the reason to medical advances and substantial increases in agricultural productivity, particularly beginning in the 1960s, made by the Green Revolution. In 2017, the United Nations Population Division projected that the world's population will reach about 9.8 billion in 2050 and 11.2 billion in 2100s.
Good day everyone. I am Decadet Kotanda and now I am going to discuss about demography. So what is demography? Demography is a study of human populations focusing on their size, structure, distribution, and dynamics. It involves examining factors such as birth rates, death rates, immigration, and immigration to understand population trends. So demographers also analyze age, gender, and socio-economic characteristics within populations. This field helps us better comprehend issues like population growth, aging, migration, and their implications for societies and economies. So demography is the scientific study of human populations. It is important to understand the structure of a population in order to plan health and public health interventions. Population structures can be represented as age pyramids. Population growth or decline depends upon fertility, mortality, and migration.
My name is Billie C. Premasio and my topic is the theory of demographic transition. Demographic transition model, which helps to explain and make sense of change in population demographic. Using the demographic transition model, demographers can understand a country's current population growth based on its placement within one or five stages and then pass on the data to be used for addressing economic and social policies with a country and across nation. As these rates change in relation to each other, their produced impact greatly affect a country total population within a model. A country will progress over time from one stage to the next as certain social and economic forces act upon the birth and death rates, Every country can be placed with an DTM, but not every stage of the model has a country that meets its specific definition. For example, there are current no countries in stage 1, nor are there any countries in stage 5, but the potential is there for more movement in future. Stage 1, which applied to most of the world before the Industrial Revolution, both birth rates and death rates are high. As a result of population is remaining fairly constant but can have a major swing with events such as wars and pandemics. Stage 2. The introduction of modern medicine lowers death rates, especially among children, while birth rates remain high. The result is rapid population growth. Many of the least developed countries today are in stage 2. Stage 3. In stage 3, birth rates gradually decrease, usual as a result of improved economic condition and increase in women's status and access to contraception. Population growth continues but a lower rate. Most developing countries are in stage 3. Stage 4. Birth and death rates are both low, stabilizing the population. These countries tend to have a stronger economies, high levels of education, better health care, a higher proportion of working women, and a fertility rate hovering around 2 children per woman. Most developed countries are in stage 4. Stage 5 would include countries in which fertility rates have fallen significantly below replacement level 2. Level 2 children and the elderly population is greater than the youthful population.
How does the theory of demographic transition affect global population?
The demographic transition theory is a driving theory of the evolution of human population. It is developed by Notenstein in 1946. This theory categorized the several stages of historical and present population into continuum of demographic development. Eventually, according to this theory, all societies evolved from pre-transition situation where fertility and mortality are unchecked and high, producing low population growth, to a stationary population, which is realized where a society reaches low levels of fertility and mortality.
Demographic transition possesses that with improvements in health, the mortality rates start to drop faster than fertility rates. This results in a short-lived increase in family size. Due to the lag between mortality and fertility, population will increase. In theory, it is a generalized description of the changing pattern of mortality, fertility, and growth rates as societies move from one demographic region to another. Also enabled economies to convert a larger portion of the gain from factor accumulation and technological progress into growth of income per capita.
Demographic transition not only is population is growth slowing, but the age structure of the population is changing. With the share of the young falling and that of the elderly rising, different countries and regions, however, are not varying stages of this demographic transition. In the most advanced countries, the aging process is already well underway, and number of developing countries in East and Southeast Asia and the Central and Eastern Europe will also experience significant aging from about 2020. In other developing countries, however, the demographic transition is less advanced and working age populations will increase in the coming decades.
Good day, I am Deck Cadet Sean Idrisiro Morate and I'm gonna talk about the global migration in a contemporary world. So, global migration in the contemporary world refers to the movement of people across the international borders, often driven by various factors such as economic opportunities, political instability, conflict, environmental changes, and family reunification. It's a complex and dynamic phenomenon that has significant social, economic, and political implications for both sending and receiving countries. Migration can be voluntary or forced and may involve temporary or permanent settlement in a new country. It's a topic of an ongoing debate and policy consideration worldwide. Global migration today is when people move from one country to another for various reasons like jobs, safety, or to be with family. It's a big deal because it affects countries and people in many ways like culture, economy, and laws. Global migration has a significant impact on societies, economies, and cultures around the world as people move to different countries seeking better lives or opportunities. For example, many Filipinos leave the country to work and live in other countries, primarily for employment opportunities and better economic prospects. The Philippines has a long history of immigration, and Filipino diaspora is spread across the globe, with a significant number of overseas Filipino workers or OFWs in the countries like the United States, Saudi Arabia, Canada, and many others. Global migration from the Philippines is driven by factors such as the search for higher paying jobs, uh, the need to support families back home, and demand for skilled Filipino workers in various industries worldwide. Remittances sent by overseas Filipinos play a crucial role in the country's economy. But the migration also poses challenges such as family separations and issues related to the welfare and protection of Filipino migrant workers abroad.
There are typically four main types of global migration. So the first one is labor migration. Involves individuals moving from one region or country to another in a search of employment opportunities. It can include both skilled and unskilled workers seeking work in industries facing labor shortages. Labor migrants often play a vital role in supporting economic growth and addressing labor market demands in destination countries. They may send remittances back to their home countries, which can have a positive impact in the economies of their places of origin. While migration offers economic benefits, it also raises complex social and policies challenges related to integration, labor rights, and cultural diversity. And the second one is forced migration. It's the involuntary movement of people who are compelled to leave their home due to various factors such as armed conflict, persecution, environmental disaster, or human rights violation. These individuals often become refugees when they cross international borders or internally displaced people if they remain within their country. Forced migration is a humanitarian crisis that disrupts lives and communities, leading to significant hardship and vulnerabilities for these affected. Addressing the needs of forced migrants requires international cooperation humanitarian assistance, and efforts to find durable solutions such as resettlement or repatriation. It is a complex issue that demands attention from governments, organizations, and the global community to protect and support those forced to flee their homes. And the third one is International Retirement Migration, or IRM. It's a phenomenon in which individuals, typically retired, choose to relocate to a foreign country to spend their retirement years. These retirees are drawn to different destinations for reasons such as a better quality of life, lower living costs, improving healthcare services, or a desire for a change in their living environment. Popular retirement destinations often include countries with favorable climates and welcoming atmosphere for expatriates. IRM can have economic impact as retirees bring their pensions or savings to destination country, contributing to the local economy. Successful IRM requires destination of legal, cultural, logistical aspect, making it essential for retirees to plan their home carefully. And the fourth one, or the last one, is internal migration, also known as domestic migration. Is the process of individuals relocating with the borders of a single country. People undertake internal migration for a variety of reasons, including seeking better economic prospect, improved living conditions, or escaping adverse circumstances in their current place of residence. This movement commonly includes rural to urban migration, where individuals move from rural areas to cities in pursuit of employment and higher living standards. Urban to urban migration is also prevalent as a people change residence within cities, often seeking better neighborhoods or improved housing. Internal migration has a substantial economic and social implication, influencing urbanization, infrastructure development, and distribution of resources and services within a country, making it a key aspect of demographic and societal changes. So that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Cadet Meshona, and today I'm going to discuss about why is there a global migration. So, global migration occurs for various reasons, driven by a combination of push and pull factors. Push factors are conditions in a person's home or country that compel them to leave, while pull factors are factors that attract them to another country. So some key reasons for global migration include: first, economic opportunities. Economic disparities between countries and regions play a significant role in global migration. People often move in search for better job opportunities, higher wages, and improved living standard. So they may be driven by the prospect of escaping the poverty or providing a better future for their family. Second, conflict and violence. Armed conflicts, political instability, and violence in many parts of the world force people to flee their home in search for safety. So these individuals are often referred to as refugees or asylum seekers. So conflict-driven migration is a major humanitarian concern. Next is environmental factors. Climate change and environmental degradation can lead to a displacement, so commonly referred as environmental or climate-induced migration. So rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and agricultural disruption can make certain areas uninhabitable, leading people to migrate in a search of a safer and more sustainable living condition. Next is family reunification. Many migrants move to be with family members who have previously relocated. Family reunification is a common motivation for migration, especially in the context of labor migration and refugee movements. Next is education and healthcare. Improved access to education and healthcare facilities can have strong motivators for migration. So parents may move to ensure their children have the access of quality education, while individuals may seek better healthcare options abroad. Next is urbanization. So rural to urban migration is a common pattern, with the people moving from rural areas to cities in search for a better job opportunities, service, and amenities. So this internal migration can also have a global implication as it contributes to the growth of megacities. Next is political factors. Political persecution, human abuses, and government policies can force individuals to their home countries, such as migrants are often referred as political refugees. Next is demographic trends. Demographic factors such as population growth and an aging workforce can impact migration patterns. Countries with aging population and declining birth rate may seek attract younger skilled migrants to bolster their force. Next is cultural and social networks. Established communities of migrants in destination countries can serve as magnet for new arrivals. So social network and cultural ties can make migration more appealing and facilitate the integration of newcomers. Next is globalization. The increased interconnectedness of the world through trade, technology, and communication has made it easier for people to learn about the opportunities abroad and connect with the potential employers or educational institution in the other country. And lastly, asylum seeking and refugee status. Persecution, violence, or the fear of harm can lead individuals to seek asylum or refugee status in another country. So international law and convention provide protection for such migrants. So it's important to note that the global migration is a multifaceted issue and the specific factors influencing migration patterns can vary significantly. So by region and individual circumstances. Additionally, migration can have both positive and negative impacts. So including the contribution to the economic growth, cultural diversity, and innovation, but also presenting challenges related to integration, social cohesion, and resource allocation. Efforts to address the root causes of migration promote legal and safe pathways and ensure the protection of migrants' rights are ongoing in the global challenges.
Good day. I am Decadet Tulod and my topic is about the advantages for sending and receiving countries. So when it comes to immigration and migration, both sending and receiving countries can experience a range of advantages. So although these advantages may differ significantly based on the specific circumstances and policies in place, here are some of potential advantages for both sending and receiving countries. So in advantages for sending countries, we have the remittances. So immigrants from sending countries often send back money um, back home to support their families. So this financial inflow can significantly boost the sending country's economy and help reduce poverty. So the second one is reduce unemployment. So immigration can help alleviate unemployment pressures in sending countries as those who leave to seek job opportunities abroad. So this can help reduce competitions for jobs at home. So the third one is the skills transfer. So immigrants often acquire new skills and experiences in their destination countries, which can be transferred back to their home countries, contributing to human capital development. So in the last one is the diaspora as influence. So diaspora communities in foreign countries um, can be instrumental in lobbying for the interests of their home countries. So fostering positive international relations and supporting economic and political development. So in advantages for receiving countries. So the first one is the economic growth. So immigrants can boost the economy by contributing to the workforce. So This increased productivity and expanding consumer market. So then the second one is the uh, innovation and diversity. So immigrants bring fresh ideas and cultural diversity, which can lead to more innovation and creativity. So the third one is filling labor gaps. So immigrants can fill jobs in sectors with a worker shortage like healthcare, agriculture, and constructions. So the fourth one is entrepreneurship. So many immigrants start businesses, creating jobs and contributing to the economy. So the fifth one is the social security. So immigrants pay taxes, work, and help support social security systems, benefiting the population. So the last one is the cultural change. So immigration enriches a culture and foster a more global perspective. So it's essential to recognize that the impact of immigration can vary depending on factors such as the level of education and skills of immigrants, the immigrant policies in place, and societal attitudes toward immigrants. Thank you.
Good day, this is Ronald Ibisay II. Since we already know global migration and its advantages, this time let us talk about the disadvantages the sending and receiving countries may face. Let's have first the disadvantages for the sending countries. First, we have brain drain. This is when highly skilled individuals leaving their country can result in a loss of talent and expertise. This can hinder economic development and growth in the sending countries. If there are few people who are good or even expert or different fields, activities or projects may not be as successful as planned or expected. And that would be in different aspects such as education, economic, among others. Second is the economic impact. The outflow of young and working age individuals may lead to a decrease in a labor force, potentially causing demographic imbalances and increased dependency ratios. The third, social consequences. Migration can disrupt social structures and communities as families and communities may be separated, leading to social and emotional challenges. We can actually also relate to this, although we are not migrants, but most of us students are studying far from our families, and we would be emotionally challenged as we would miss our families, and we also have to get along with new set of people. And now, for the disadvantages for the receiving countries. First is the strain on public services. You see increased population due to migration can put pressure on public services and infrastructure, including healthcare, education, housing, and social welfare system. Since there are relatively fewer people before the migration, the services are only provided to that certain number, and now that the population grew, each individual no longer can be able to easily access the stated services. Second is economic impact. Migrants may compete with native workers for jobs, potentially leading to wage difference and increased unemployment rates in certain sectors. Since there are already many workers, obviously the wage would definitely be lower as there are more that will receive it. And there is cultural integration. Integrating migrants into host or existing society can pose challenges including language barriers, cultural differences, and potential tension arising from diverse values, beliefs, and practices. This is because the migrants who come from different countries bear or carry different culture, beliefs, and practices. So when an existing culture, beliefs, practices, or language be mixed with new ones, there will be misunderstanding or conflict. So these are possible disadvantages of the sending and receiving countries. But it is important to note that these advantages may not be universally applicable to all sending and receiving countries, as the impact of migration can be depending on specific circumstances, policies, and the scale of migration. And that's for my part. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm that Cadet Alegria and my topic is all about summary of entire topics. So, demographic transition is a process in which a society's population shifts from high birth and death rates to lower ones, typically due to the economic and social development. Global immigration refers to the movement of people across borders, often driven by various factors such as economic opportunities, conflict, environmental changes, or family reunification. It has become a significant global phenomenon with both challenges and opportunities, impacting countries' economies, cultures, and social structures. So, these two concepts are interrelated because demographic transition can influence migration patterns. As countries move from high to low birth rates, they may experience labor force imbalances, leading to a need for migration to fill workforce gaps. Additionally, migration can be affect demographic changes in both sending and receiving countries. Understanding this dynamics is crucial for policymakers and researchers when addressing the challenges and opportunities presented by global migration.